Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to a GameStar presentation. We are back with the Gold Coast Tournament online. Gold Coast Online Tournament, however we like to say it. We witnessed the quarterfinals between Smart Casual and SKT1, and the latter team, SKT, managed to take that series 2-0. So they will be advancing into the semis. We now will see who's going to advance between OG KUSH, who are known as OG Gaming on the Cyber Gamer ladder. We casted them just last week, and they had a very strong performance, so we'll have to see how they go against YMCMB. I'd love to know what that stands for, but we'll have to find out another time. My name is Coldblood, and joining me in the studio will be one of the players in this tournament, who is also a caster over at GameStar. It is Mendrix. How are you?
I'm great. Good to be here.
Yeah, it was. I think you got home just in time to watch the end of the last series.
Yes, I was coming in.
The second game was actually less snowbally than the first.
Oh, really? Wow,
Yeah.
that's incredible.
The first one was like,
how much it was.
I think the score was 22-1, 1 point.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's insane. They had a bit of a comeback towards the end there, but then it just sort of fell in on them, and that's how it just ended, I guess.
Smart Casual had a few decent resurgences, but they couldn't manage to take it away. So well done by SKT. My fellow caster Mendrix is the top laner for Tang and Friends. I believe they're already in the semis, so we will be able to see them tomorrow. Shout out to Maka, who is the jungler of that team, has a fan club of millions of girls and probably a few old guys in the Twitch chat. Who, they're not here at the moment because of course he's not playing, but he will be one of the spectators. And Mendrix, there is no Susan band out.
There's no season ban, so yeah, we're probably expecting to see him get picked. Just quickly, I've got a shout out for some of the players on our team. McNugget, Sunwa, Maka, they all want me to give them shout out, so just throwing them out there right now.
Oh, getting those out of the way. I'm looking forward to Sunwa's Zyra plays. I was talking about how he has the skin with like when he dies, it's like this bloody.
The haunting Zyra skin,
yeah.
yes, it's very
And then he
pretty.
goes base skin and makes me look like a jackass. Because he's a jerk.
Yeah, his plays are amazing sometimes. I really am happy to be on his team. But yeah, so as we can see in this game, they've banned out Renekton. I'm surprised to see the Wukong pick, and
Oh, well, that was actually in Game 1, and it did ridiculously well. You'd have Amumu initiate, and then Wukong would just blow everyone the heck up.
Ah, fair enough. So they're going for a wombo comp. Never mind.
Okay, I think the past 10 years have told us anything. Don't talk about something until it's locked in.
Pretty much, yeah. You're just in there like ready to go, know what fits. Okay. Thank you, Lerm. Thank you.
Okay, so we have seen OG Gaming, or OG KUSH, in this tournament. I'm not sure how they'd say it, KUSH or KUSH. They are a very solid team. They were very coordinated. I think they even had a Syndra who went like 10-0. And we see Grandpa Cyril once again has the Syndra. So that will be very dangerous for OG KUSH. They do have the Fizz, who can outmaneuver her quite handily, unless she scatter the weaks him away. And Kha'Zix, I'm not sure if that'll be jungle or top. I have seen a lot of jungle Kha'Zix, even before the preseason patch, but in the preseason patch, he gets fed like every single game he's in. So, not surprising to see that one.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those snowball champions you have to watch out for. If he starts getting on a rampage, he's pretty impossible to stop. He basically jumps and two-shots you, and there's not much you can react to. Unless there's a Zillion, that's right. Very, very strong Zillion, that ultimate he can do.
Yeah, the Chrono Shift. He was in the Battle of the Atlantics this morning, which, spoiler alert, if you wanted to watch the VODs for that, quickly turn the sound off. It was 2-0 in Alliance's favour. They were the European team. They're who Froggen and Wicked went to, and they played absolutely brilliantly. And I am not the biggest fan of North America, so I was pretty happy to see Europe take that one 2-0. And looking forward to the next one tomorrow morning, Mendrix. It'll be 4 or 4:30 in our time. I think 4:30. And of course they blabber on quite a bit. So I'm looking forward to see who takes that one out. It'll be the 4th seeded against the other 4th seeded. I'm trying to remember who they were, but it's escaping me at the moment. I'm just happy I got someone to talk to.
Yes, I think I remember you going crazy last cast. You just kept on talking.
Yeah,
It's good and it's entertaining and it's good to see that. But I'm here I am to back you up and hopefully I can give you a good cast,
yep.
a good co-cast. Sorry.
And we'll have to give a shout out to good guy Harry, who was the organizer of the tournament. I was worried that there'd be a bit of a conflict of interest with one of the players casting the tournament. He said, "Nah, it's cool. It's all good." So he's happy with your casting, which I'm glad with.
Oh, that's good to hear. That's good to know I'm accepted.
Yeah, oh man, you wouldn't be in the game if he had a problem with it.
Perfect. Oh, interesting to see that we've got a Jinx. Yeah, Jinx does counter Caitlyn, I believe, in lane. It's a bit hard for her.
It's tricky. Jinx can outplay her, but it's like her rock. She needs like level 2, I think level 3 in the switcheroo for her rockets to have the same range as Kate's autos.
I see. Okay, that makes sense. But from what I know, she's one of the few champions that actually will outscale Caitlyn towards
Oh
the
yes,
end.
yeah. She they were talking about it this morning as well in the aforementioned Battle of the Atlantic tournament. Jinx
Mm.
is actually one of the strongest hyper carries up there with Cogmore, Vayne, and Tristana. She gets really ridiculous. You can get the you just poke away with rockets, and then we talked about the snowballing in our cast from last night that her passive allows her, and just the attack speed when you've got a 5 item Jinx with an extra say 60% attack speed and then massive range. She actually gets really strong, so you can see where that statement comes from.
And not to mention when she does those snipes from across the map, it's just
Very
easy gold for
exciting.
her.
Yeah.
It's very exciting to watch. We're
Super
going
Mega Death
through.
Rocket. Tons of
Yes,
fun to say.
that is actually a very good name. I mean, Super Mega Death Rocket.
When she
Quickly,
got
quickly,
picked,
dodge!
when she got picked for the first time, I remember D-Man. Yeah, D-Man was really excited, and he only said it once, even though it was used several times.
Well, yeah, it's one of those abilities because it hits based off how much health is missing. So it's an execute. It's a long range execute, which is a bit overpowered in my
Yeah,
opinion. But
and
it's
then
very hard to
she's
land.
going against another AOE execute in the Riven, so
Oh yeah, it's
we'll
true.
have to
She
see
is.
if this Riven, who will be sneaky hookers. That must be what the call in the Twitch chat was about funny names. We'll have to see if she's as good as Poseidus01 from last night's game. That was very exciting.
Yeah, he played an amazing move in that game. He was definitely a game changer in a lot of that.
Yeah, he will be top this time. Or Riven, who's not a he as far as I know, will be going top this time instead of mid. We'll be going against the Jax. Now it's definitely in Riven's favour before 6, and then after 6 it becomes more of a skill matchup.
It does indeed, but I still think she's got a bit more power coming around to a level 11 as she gets her next level in her ultimate.
Hmm.
But it's basically after that it's Jax's game to lose. But of course it's up to her to make sure she wins that point, wins decisively from that point.
Yeah. I have to say the late game potential from OG Gaming, or OG KUSH, sorry. I'll just say OG Gaming. The OG the same. We'll have to find out what OG and YMCMB stand for. Their
I'm
late
interested
game
to know.
is so strong. Jax and Jinx both very strong. Syndra's able to delete someone from the map, and that could very easily be Riven if she doesn't go for Hexdrinker. That will be almost completely necessary, I think.
Yeah, well, it's one of those things. She could annihilate Annie at any point, being the support.
Mm.
She's gonna be very weak, and then we'll be very reliant on her ultimate, on Annie's ultimate. So if she's
Yeah.
able to target her down before that Tibbers ever comes out, it's definitely going to be an easy win for OG KUSH in those team fights.
Oh, you raise an interesting point there, Mendrix. Their team is very, very squishy. So they're going to rely on either Tibbers or Chum the Waters to initiate. It's definitely going to go in OG Gaming's favour if they get any kind of say in how the fight starts. It will be very scary for them to deal with. They're just the AoE lockdown between Scatter the Weak launching a Dark Sphere. You've got Dragon's Rage, you've got the Snare from Jinx, and of course Leona. No one has to be told about her.
I have nightmares about Leona's stuns.
Yeah, a good Leona is just so unbelievably hard to deal with.
Snare into lockdown it's incredible. It's just, and then finish. If you think you got away, no, the ultimate comes out.
Yeah. Solar Flare, boom, lands. So we're going to get into the skin battle here. Hopefully we load up quite quickly between OG KUSH and YMCMB. So we'll call them YM. I'm wondering what it stands for, Mendrix. So I'll have to try and find out when we go into game 2. And
I'm hoping it has nothing to do with the village people. But
YMC.
yeah, I'm hoping, but I don't want to put it past them. They could be just making, taking a joke out of it. Yeah, why not?
Shout out to Alpha Pigeon, who is from Team Abyss, and looks like they won't actually be able to play. So whoever wins this one is gonna jump straight into the grand final. So even more is on the line here. They're gonna completely bypass the semis by the sound of things. So yeah, sorry Alpha Pigeon, I wanted to shout out to you, but Mendrix's voice was just distracting me much too much, being as suave as it is.
Oh, well, thank you very much.
As shout out to VizzyMac, I eated your pony, and I was about to say Fizz is trash, but it's PXULYY who said that. Hopefully Lerm can deny the haters and come out. Now, it's going to be interesting down at the bottom lane, Mendrix, because we talked about the Jinx versus Caitlyn, but Annie is meant to be, harassed till about half health and then all in. Leona just goes balls deep straight away, so if Annie gets jumped on, it's going to be very, very difficult for the purple team to deal with, who are, of course, YMC. But saying that, I think we've all been, or anyone who's played Leona has been in a situation where you fall a little bit behind early on, and all you do is just sit there next to the AD carry doing nothing, because you can't jump in.
Pretty much. At that point, you have to wait until level 6 and then hope you get a good initiate with your solar flare. But yeah, from what I've heard from most cases, Leona tends to counter any outright in most cases, because once she's in there, that's it. You got the Jinx burst, and from there she will just drop. And then unfortunately, Caitlyn's left alone to deal with a very, very strong stun bot, Leona, and everyone knows.
Jinx is going to be zooming towards her.
Pretty much, yeah. The Jinx will be flying towards her at that point in time.
Well, we'll have to keep an eye out because, of course, Jinx has some interactions with Caitlyn and Vi, and I think one with Jace as well. I know the Caitlyn one is if she survives Kate's ult, she'll taunt her. She has 2 lines that she can taunt her with.
Oh, really? That's
that's something
awesome.
Like, man, that hurt my feelings.
I love how they do how I do that with all little fun things.
There needs to be a lot more of it, I think.
They've got a lot of hidden passives that they turn off in ranked games. And for example, Leona actually has one. If you wear sunglasses,
one less damage,
yeah, one less damage. And then ninjas work better together. If you've got a bunch of ninjas in your game, they will actually have one less health.
Man, I thought I was the only person. I was the only person who knew weird stuff like that.
No, I found it really interesting. I've actually read a bit of the lore because I'm a bit of a geek like that. But it's just stuff that I find interesting to see. So coming up, we have got invades coming in from. Looks like from OG KUSH, while we've got YMCMB, YCMBBB. That's actually quite confusing that they've put it like that.
Yeah, maybe it's meant to be a tongue twister.
Maybe, but they're taking a more of a defensive posture. So it would be scary to see. I think they're going to maybe steal the red and then go from there.
Yeah, well, there's a decent bit of catch-out potential from the OG KUSH fellas. We know that Grandpa Cyril is fantastic on the Syndra. We did get to see that last week. So, hopefully for YMC's sake, Fizz is quick on his toes. That is Lerm. Is getting still more hate in the Twitch chat. I think it may be from the same 1 or 2 people. So we'll have to take it with a grain of salt. And that reminds me, we will have to go over the players, as Scumbag, Nuxie, and Neil1231 gonna not be helping with the blue buff, it looks like. So, representing OG Gaming in this in the first game of this best of 3, and we already talked about how strong momentum is in a psychological battle of potentially 3 games. Beast will be the Jax up the top, having a little bit of a dance party with his buddy Bruce V, who's actually playing the Coconut Lee Sin, not the Bruce Lee skin. We have Grandpa Cyril on the Syndra in the mid. We have Sona Lisa on the Jinx, who looks as though they wanted to do golems, but of course they don't spawn. I'm sure they knew that though. And Little Vane will be rounding them out on the Leona.
There we go. And this is a very impressive team they've got coming through. And on the YMBC side, we've got Nuxie in the ADC spot. We have Neil 1232 three. Oh no, one, two, three,
One, two,
one.
three,
There
one.
we go. Oh, they got tongue twisters everywhere. This team.
Oh,
And there's a
jeez.
first blood up. Wow.
All right, we're
Jeez.
going to have to jump back and find out exactly what's happened here. Mendrix looks like OG KUSH going to take a very early lead here as Riven running forward just at the wrong time. Does not have any hop, skips, and jumps available. Oh, there is nothing you can do there. I mean, if she hadn't flashed, that would have happened regardless. So very well done by OG KUSH there at with poor sneaky hookers just having a little bit of wrong timing there. So continue to go through their team for us.
Yes, and in the mid lane we have Lerm playing the Fizz.
Who actually, the trash talkers were his friends, so
there we
they're
go.
haters that are loved.
Come on, guys, give him a chance. He might pull something out. He might do well. In the jungle we have Sergeant Bambi as the Kazakhs, and up top, unfortunately, as the first blood, we have Sneaky Hookers playing Ribbon.
Okay, so we'll have to see if she can pull it back. She is a quarter of Jax's CS, and you never want to let Jax get an early advantage. That was very smart by Bruce V, actually, stealing away the red, which sets back Sergeant Bambi, who's going to be running past a ward there. Sneaky Hooker's going to be taken down at the top once again, so Jax, who gets ahead, tends to stay ahead, as Sergeant Bambi's going to go for an invade on the red, as level 3 Bruce V with double buff will come up against him. Does he actually have the damage, though? Lee Sin is isolated. Will the Q come out? No, Sergeant Bambi's going to flash away. Red buff will barely finish him off, and a disastrous start for YMC there. Bruce V was very confident in surviving that one, didn't blow flash or anything.
Indeed, I think basically Sergeant Bambi should have just all-ined him at that point in time. He had the isolation damage. Oh mine, is it enough? Oh, he put it up and saved himself at the last second.
Yeah, the flask was used to get a little bit of health back, as BronzeSilver going to be zoning Fizz out of the mid, and actually Lerm was doing a decent job of CSing up until that point, being the melee that Fizz is. Once he hits around level 4, that's when his damage starts to skyrocket and he's able to control the lane a little bit better.
As long as he survives, he should be okay, but if this Syndra gets ahead, he's going to have a very rough time into the mid-game.
Yeah, so we have Bruce V now with 2 kills under his belt, has almost more kills than he does CS. As I actually wanted to say, in the previous game, Sexy, the Yag, who I think was the Ezreal, he had like double everyone's CS in both games. I didn't say anything about it because I'm a jerk.
As you can imagine, wow, Jax is really giving it to Snooki Hookers right now. She cannot do anything. If she ever comes in for CS, he's ready to harass her down. Yeah,
and it's only going to get worse when he hits the level 6. Sergeant Bambi going to be clearing out the race in the mid. Has actually gone for the Madred's Razors rather than the Spirit Stone. That's an interesting pick. I guess it does give him better, combat stats against the Lee Sin, but I don't know. Kazakhs much prefers having mana regen, I think.
He doesn't exactly have the wave clear to justify. That's my only beef with it. It's one of those items that you need to make sure you're farming quite a fair bit in order for it to really give you the be worth the items that it is.
It's a decent pickup on things, say like Nocturne, Lee Sin, Jax, things that auto attack. You go Madreds and then go for actual items.
Yes, indeed. And as we come up, we have Bruce V coming up. Their ice at him Vi once again. Will he go in? Whiffs the Q.
A nice dodge there by Sneaky Hookers, one step ahead of the sneaky Bruce V, who is setting up his camp up here in the top lane. Poor Sneaky Hookers. Riven is a lot of things, but she is not good when she's getting zoned. She is completely melee dependent apart from the ultimate, which if you're using the ult to farm, you're probably in a little bit of trouble. Bottom lane is relatively even, although...
This is going in right now on Syndra, but he went too far. Oh, look at them. Look at them, just laughing at each other.
Jeez, with these two here, champions, there's normally, people don't normally walk away from them.
There we go, and then we go, Riven's been taken once again. Yes, indeed, those two champions in the mid, they're ones where normally if they get on you, that's it.
Yeah, you're gone.
It's game over.
Right against each other. So BronzeSilver has a massive creep wave here. Lerm going to do his best to farm that one up. Going to use a playful trickster to start clearing it out. As it was actually really well done by Lerm, honestly. Like, he engaged on BronzeSilver before he got the unleashed power, and it forces him back. Oh, that was well done.
That red buff.
Yeah,
oh my.
That's the second time that he's like looked away and the red buff's gotten the kill.
He really knows how that row buff works, I must
Yeah.
imagine. He's just like, yep, you're gone.
Or Sergeant Bambi going to be coming down here at the bottom lane. Neil has his stun. Sona Lisa instantly going to flash out of that one. Little Vane will be jumped on, but nice chompers goes down by Sona Lisa, and Little Vane does not blow a single cooldown to escape this. So the flash forced out by Sona Lisa, but takes almost no damage for it, and going to be popping the potion there. So Sergeant Bambi, he blew a flash, so if he goes back down, it will be worth it, but for now, not the best of ganks. Nice trade going over there by Sona Lisa. So we'll have to see. To be honest, the level 6 from YMCMB is really damn strong, but the level 6 from OG KUSH, if they catch the enemy out, that's someone dead. Just their Solar Flare and Super Mega Death Rocket, that is a dead person if they land.
Pretty much, they're probably looking and waiting right now for that level 6. It's been fairly stagnant in the bot lane. So both of them doing pretty well, and it was very good by OG KUSH there to escape that three-man gank.
Yeah, good job. With only the flash being blind. So in the mid, we can see the amp tone was picked up by Lerm. Actually, at the top, Sneaky Hookers going to hop, skip, and jump away from the level 7 Jax, who has gone for the Phage. So or has Phage and amp tone. So decent bit of burst with his many AP ratios. And
Indeed,
then,
and in the mid lane we've got Syndra coming in with wow.
I don't know if you actually saw that, Mendrix, but when Fizz jumped up on his pole, the rest of the unleashed power didn't go off.
Really?
Yeah. So even though he died, if Lee Sin hadn't have been there, he would have survived because the Playful Trickster nullified a lot of that ultimate. So that was pretty cool. Just unfortunately, the Dark Sphere from Grandpa Cyril was enough to finish that up in the end. And it looks like, I'm not sure if it'll be Chalice or Merc Treads coming out. Actually, Sergeant Bambi is in an intense 1v1 with the White and manages to walk away the victor in the end.
Sometimes that White hurts, I'm telling you right now.
Oh man, it destroys you. I think the first time everyone played in preseason, they came back to it when it respawned, like, yeah, let's get some gold. Then it starts beating the hell out of you, like, oh god.
They're just thinking, what is this? This is supposed to be a creep.
This is a wraith.
What's going? Oh my! And from there, everyone's learnt their lesson.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure everyone's died to that White. You know, especially if you were in the PBE, the test realm. I'm pretty sure you would have died to that White a couple times.
Oh, for sure, yeah. I remember when I was on the PBE testing the preseason, there was this Amumu who was getting away. He was like at the bottom lane, running away, and he this Nidalee Spear came out, and he flashed over the wall, and his W pissed off the White, and it like the auto attack slowly followed him and killed him in the bush. And he actually had like 80 health or something left. Like it was almost a full bar. So,
this is the best kills. Oh, Syndra's coming in and doing some damage to Fizz there. They're just sitting there, just dueling around. Oh, he misses.
That was nice sense by Grandpa Cyril to get out at the right time. Nooksy going to be blowing the flash down at the bottom lane, but I think he knows that he is gone.
Up top, Jax is taking another kill. Oh my.
Okay, this is getting out of control. Sergeant Bambi going to be blowing the leap over the wall. Has not yet picked up an evolution from the ultimate, which is called Void Assault, but it's mainly the evolution that people look for. As Neil is going to be forced back, does have Tibbers available, but not going to be able to do too much with it. As Dragon going to be falling lower and lower here. This will be at least 5,000 gold in OG Gaming's favor, and they are looking very strong at the moment. All three lanes, top lane is being demolished, and Riven, when she falls behind, it's quite hard for her to deal with. But the other lane's just winning, not by the most, you know. Oh, actually in the middle lane we see Sergeant Bambi going to go in, misses the inbuilt slow on the Void Spikes, actually takes a Dark Sphere. Grandpa Cyril's damage already becoming ridiculous. Once he hits level 11, anyone that he wishes will get destroyed. We already talked about the squishiness of YMCD's team. I don't know where I got that D from.
See, I'm telling you, it's a tongue twister, that team name.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Zenith Blade will land down at the bottom lane. Beautiful Solar Flare comes out. There is no escape from that one. Bruce V gonna pick up the kill on Kate by kicking Annie into her. And Jinx gonna get the other kill there. OG Gaming just rolling over the bottom lane here. They will take the tower down. Sona Lisa gonna be charging up the bottom lane. Sergeant Bambi going to be coming into the mid again, but the unleashed power is available as well as Flash and Ignite. This could be very dangerous. No, he is just going to hold the lane as Lerm is forced out with very little mana. Can he pick up the Sheen? He can indeed. Someone is falling low. It is Sergeant Bambi up at the top. And we can see the engage is going to go off on Sneaky Hookers. That was very well done by Beast. He hit a minion twice and then jumped on Sneaky Hookers for the burst. Going to crit there in the end to pick that one up. Kha'Zix falls in the mid and things are becoming ridiculous for OG Gaming.
Right now, it's clearly snowballing out of control. They managed to take the tier 2 in the bot lane. They just, right now, they're in complete control of this game, warding up, making sure they're doing everything right now. It's going to be very difficult for them to do anything right now.
Oh, bottom lane, do you think something's going to happen here, Mendrix? They're waiting.
Sneaky we seem to have lost someone there, our Sneaky Hookers.
Oh, Zenith Blade will land. Chompers will lock up Nuxie there. There is no escape from that one. Sonalisa fails his flash over the wall. Little Vayne chasing down here. Will Nuxie actually escape from this one? Gonna try and kite away, but Sonic Wave will pop Leona's ultimate and get that one off. Zenith Blade will land. Solar Flare flashed out of, and the W for Jinx, which is the laser zap, will land, and Super Mega Death Rocket fixes that up. Bruce V going to flash out of tower range. Lerm going to be running over a ward, trying to do a little bit of cleanup duty at the bot. He could potentially get onto Sonalisa here, but going to take the safe decision and back off. Up the top, Sergeant Bambi is taking a lot of damage, and looks like they're not even going to wait for Sneaky Hookers to get back.
That's very unfortunate. You think they've got the option to pause? They've got, I think, is it 20 minutes in this tournament? I'm pretty sure that's what they've allowed for.
Yeah,
but
well, it was tournament draft, so they can pause if they wanted. We
I
can see in the mid lane,
maybe it's at the point
nice
where they've
dodge
just given
on the
up.
Dark Sphere there by Lerm as he urchin strikes through the Syndra. Grandpa Cyril keeping his distance for now. Beast is an absolute beast up the top, has the Triforce, probably going Blade of the Ruined King next. Nuxie going to be clearing out the wards as Ned 1, 2, 3 gets some vision going on. Unleashed power not, it is available, but it's not yet level 2. Lerm going to be doing some zoning there. Sergeant Bambi not able to save the tower at top, and it looks like that was terrible timing by Lerm, jumping straight into a Lee Sin. Ignite will not be enough to take down Grant Barcero. Again, very unfortunate timing from YMC. Oh, Nuxie almost picked that one up, but the timely intervention of Lee Sin will finish that one off. Zenith Blade lands by Neil. 1, 2, 3. Beautiful Solar Flare is going to lock Nuxie up in the interim, and Bruce V is legendary with the 804, has Ravenous Hydra, and is not looking like slowing down anytime soon.
Yeah, OG KUSH has definitely shown their dominance this game, and it's not going to be nice going into the second game for YMCB. They're definitely going to be looking down on us, and hopefully they can try to pull something out next game, and hopefully they can pick up their spirits. But this is definitely looking very dominant in OG KUSH's favor.
Lerm going to be flashing onto Beast. Will the timely intervention of Bruce V be enough? It is indeed. Beast somehow going to survive that one. Very well done by Bruce V there to turn that one around. I think he even got a kill for his efforts as well. Sneaky Hook is going to be reconnecting just as the tier 3 is being worked on in the mid. It was worked on at top as well. And bottom lane has a big lot of creeps to deal with, but OG KUSH, they're going to be able to decide to fight whenever they want. They've got so many ways of initiating it. They can have Jax jump in, Leona jump in. We could have the Dark Sphere scatter the weak combo. We could have
right now they have almost double the amount of gold in comparison to YMCB.
Yeah,
OG KUSH is they don't even need to think about the initiate. They can just jump in.
Oh, yeah, they're going to be able to dictate whenever they want to fight, and Nuxie forced to flash out by the burst out of Syndra. Sergeant Bambi going to be jumping into the bush, but there is no red buff to take away there. Sonalisa and Little Vayne down at the bottom, continuing to clear out Lerm and Sneaky Hookers in the mid. Oh, and the Riven has no chance of getting out of that one. Oh, actually will get the flash off. Will he be able to hop, skip, and jump his way out? Sergeant Bambi is going to be the casualty for this one, and of course the Tempest going to reveal the Kha'Zix to be taken down. I believe there was a Super Mega Death Rocket who sniped the Riven, and Neil 1, 2, 3, 2, 1 going to be falling as well. I'm just going to jump back and see the Riven death here as Will get hit by the rocket in the end there. And hopefully you jumped back with me, Mendrix, but I think this game may be said and done.
I did jump back a bit with you then. I think, yeah, unfortunately for YMCB, this was just not their game.
No, they fell behind too early and weren't able to catch back up. Bruce V is definitely going to get MVP for this one. He has done ridiculously well in several parts of the game.
Pretty much, he showed no fear. He took some risks, and they definitely paid off to help him snowball early into the game.
I would say there's a decent chance you'll be facing OG Gaming, your team, and of course you can face them on the Cyber Gaming ladder as well. It was a very close game that we saw between them and may have been Dongers Unite. They may have versed.
Dongers Unite, okay. Well,
There'll be a bot up on the thing. Oh, Nookie going to be jumped on by the Jax, gets stunned up by the Syndra combo. At 17 minutes, the Nexus is going to be falling down. Neil123 can do nothing against the CC lock of the Leona, and I think that was her second kill of the game. Sneaky Hook is going to get annihilated by Grandpa Cyril there. The Nexus is surrounded by blue team members. Kha'Zix almost goes down in his own fountain. Beast ends up falling to the fountain laser. That will be the first.
He is the only death of their team.
First and only casualty.
There it is, and the whole team calling report Jax. Oh my.
We do indeed. As we have the surrender double explosion there. And we will have to nominate an MVP. You know what my vote is, Mendrix? Who are you thinking?
I was thinking Bruce V.
Yeah.
He's he definitely was the one that helped dictate this game. He came in. That basically when they decided to go and invade the red, that just gave them that early advantage, and then basically helped Jax snowball into the late game. Everything that was pretty much done was initiated by Bruce, so he's definitely the MVP.
Yeah, so well played by them. And unfortunately for the YMCMB guys, they could not turn it around. So we'll have to see if they can pull out something different in Game 2, which hopefully Mendrix will be bringing to me as well. And stay tuned, ladies and gents. This is Coldblind and Mendrix signing out for now.